So we made it. New location, Joshua Tree, California. I shouldn't, I'm not even gonna judge a place. But yeah, there's stuff here. There's stuff to do, and there's mountains, gift shop, and let me just put it like this: like the lesson I learned with today, I kind of drove, I want to say about 4 or 5 hours out here today. Got to drive 4 or 5 hours back. What I learned is that just can't live with expectations. Can't go into certain things with certain expectations because you just never know what you might find. I'm glad that I went. Glad I got to see it. It's definitely unique. It's beautiful in its own way. But yeah, it's just I don't know why I expected a lot more. The houses are nice, but yeah, I just need a lot more from what I want out of life. It's a good place to stop by, kind of see how it is. I don't recommend it to anybody, but this video is just all about expectations. Sometimes we put a lot of expectations, not just on ourselves, but on other people and other places as well. And what I've learned in my little bit of life is that's the wrong thing to do. I've tried to hold Joshua Tree to a super high standard. It was a place I thought about coming to set some roots, and found out quite quickly that I'm okay, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, learn to let go, keep on going with life. But if there's anything else I would have done differently, is just to go in maybe with an open mind. Because YouTube likes to glorify Joshua Tree and Joshua Tree National Park, and I understand it's a beautiful place, it definitely is, but not everybody's gonna see your greatness the same way somebody else might. So to each their own. I can't go into certain things just having the same expectations, expecting it to meet every single quota. It just can't happen. I'm glad to say I went, glad to say I came this far out, see what it's about. It's a big lesson for me. Oh, I thought about actually going out to Slav City, kind of film there as well, but might have to save that for another day. Me having this 5-hour drive back on top of the 5 I just did, and I need a break. I know I'm not too far out. Probably a couple more hours would have probably gotten me to Slab. I gotta do that when I'm ready for it. My mindset right now is to just kind of go to places that caught my attention in California and kind of make some real decisions. It's cool being here. It's definitely chill. It comes with a chill vibe, and I'm expecting to learn a lot more as I continue to go out here and explore. Yeah, I don't knock people for being here. It's definitely a beautiful place, and it definitely has a uniqueness about it that no other place I've been on this side of the mountain has. You got Palm Springs, but if you got money, do your thing. And then you got places like Joshua Tree in the background. You got 29 palms. It's very unique. The scenery is beautiful, and the people are nice, so that's what's most important. It's just I expected, I don't know, a lot more like earth homes, and a lot more like, and I guess that's like further out as I go. I'm only like in the city center, but it's easier to lower your expectations going into a situation instead of trying to put your expectations on the place, because then you'll be disappointed every time. Big learning lesson today. It really is. Expectations have a funny way of just making things seem like they're more important than they are, and then you get to that point to where, all right, you start looking for the things you expect, and it's no longer there. It's just another one I'm gonna cross off the list. Get me a little keychain or something and call it, man. We made it to Joshua Tree. Came from Yosemite the other day. We made it all the way through LA. Not really my cup of tea, but whoever sips. We're gonna continue. Made it out to the desert. Who would have thought? Expectations, man. Let me take y'all with me as I go back to the car now, because I don't know how much battery we got left, and I ain't trying to sit here with a dying microphone. This is beautiful. They have a nice little bar, gift shop, different areas for people to just hang out and chill. They also have Joshua Tree National Park. They got little museums and art displays, and it's kind of unique. It has a unique vibe about it that can't be described. I want to say just very artistic. You can see a lot of creatives out here working on what they have, and it's nice. Nice little mountains in the background as well. Oh, we're having a car vibe right now. That's nice. Just sit y'all down right there. But yeah, whole point of this video was just like expectations. We kind of put them at a high regard. I should say I put it at a high regard. It's like you kind of have your own expectations for yourself, and once you achieve most of it, it feels like the rest is history. It's just like one thing after another just kind of works. But sometimes you get into situations and places to where, let's say a job for instance, like you used to doing 5-10 things at your job, getting it done. You a hard worker, 9 to 5, call it. You work extra hours if needed, all of that. Boom, ready? You get a new job, they only want you doing 1 to 2 things. And it's the 1 to 2 things that be super repetitive. And it's just like, I'm used to doing 4 and 5. Let me not complain I'm doing 2, but let me see if there's a third thing I could do. Like, what else could I do here? Because I don't want to feel like I'm slacking because of my job. And sometimes you go into those jobs expecting it to be one thing and it's a whole nother thing. And some people might enjoy that. They go from doing 5 things to 2 things, but I'm just always like, I'm never gonna lower my standards just because I believe it's easier. Anytime I do something that's easier, it never gets me a better result. In my opinion, I'm always gonna try to work hard, even if it's 1 to 2 things. And I'm asking, what's the third thing I could do? Even if I don't care, let's say, for instance, I'm shoveling snow. He said, just shovel the snow, put it on the sidewalk. Cool. I'm gonna be the person that suggests the snow blower. I'm gonna be a person that suggests handing out business cards. I'm gonna be a person that just to have a little more thought process behind the job that I'm doing. I hate doing monotonous work, and it's just like, what's the point? All that to say, this year I'm dialing back my expectations. I can't expect every place to bring me exactly what I'm looking for, because I'm looking for something specific. And once I get it, I'll know. I'll genuinely know. And it's not gonna be something that takes all day and a half to figure out what it is. No, it's gonna come, and then I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be available for it. Bottom line, certain people can't even live up to their own expectations, let alone the expectations that you put on them. So I truly could say from experience that I try my best to not pressure people anymore when it comes to doing better for themselves or being a better person. We all not perfect. Feel me? I ain't gonna lie to you. I definitely made some mistakes in life and done some things that I'm not proud of, but I can't let those things define who I am, and it's not gonna stop me from achieving more in life. And a lot of times we expect people to understand where we're coming from with certain things, and we expect certain situations to work in a way that kind of benefits not just, let's say, with a job, not just the job, but yourself and your growth. And sometimes, you can't get it. Can't get what you expect. A lot of the time, coming here today, I expected to see a lot more and to do a lot more, but it just didn't pique my interest. Not saying Joshua Tree isn't for everybody. You can go and visit. But for me, it's just something that didn't excite me at all. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's because I'm tired. Maybe because I expected one thing and then it turned out to be something else. But yeah, big lesson for me this year is to lower my expectations, man. It's a beautiful place, but it's just not for me. I enjoyed being out here, and now it's time to get to where I need to be. Sometimes you got to make those stops on the road to continue down a certain path that you previously wasn't even looking at or moving towards if you didn't go down that direction. Now, if I didn't stop at Joshua Tree, would I had known with all my expectations it wasn't worth it? No. So I'm glad I went through it. That's it. You move on from there. Joshua Tree always gonna be here, but it's not gonna be here for everybody. And that's what I realized. So yeah, today was just a big lesson in lowering my expectation. There's no problem, you expect a paycheck at the end of the day for a job, or you expect to get a better understanding at the end of the day, and that's all you could really vouch for in life. Is like, you get a better understanding of self, what you like, what you don't like, what you could tolerate, what you can't tolerate. You move on from there. Bottom line, totally changed my perspective in the last few months on just how I just come with no expectations anymore of people, places, of jobs, of media. It's better to come with no expectation, because the moment you think you expect something from one of those things, you never get what you seeking. And even if you do, it don't mean the same thing will happen the same way all the time. Things change. You learn from it, move on from it. I like the weather. I give it credit. It's warm, chilling right now. I just came from somewhere where it's cold, so if you looking at me crazy because I got a hoodie on, I went to the desert. I know it looked crazy, but I just came from somewhere that was cold. I just, long story short, man, big lesson for you today is lower them expectations. Lower the expectations, man. That's how you get through life. It's so easy to go through life expecting certain things, and then when in reality, when it changes, it's like, wow. But now I've grown to the point of realizing that, knowing what I know now, visiting this place, it taught me to come into certain things with no expectations, because it's easier for you to get to know a place instead of passing judgment on a place based off of things. you previously know or you've grown to know. Yeah, I'm living life with no expectations no more. That was a big lesson for me because you can't expect everything to be great and you can't expect everything to last. Better off to just move on, keep pushing forward, and then on to the next. Cross it off the list though. I'm not living in no desert. I'll tell you that right now. I love my hoodies too much, man. I love going outside in a hoodie. I'm okay. Yeah, the desert life is for the desert people. I'm good, bro. Because for me, I like peace, serenity, and quiet. At the same time, I need to look at some trees and nature, and I cannot. I can't do it all the time, but when I do it, it's gonna be worth it, tell you that much. But yeah, that's my little lesson today. That's my little rant. Lower your expectations. You'll be surprised. You're better off lowering your expectations and going into a situation knowing that, it'll get better over time because you're going in with a fresh mindset, with a fresh, everybody gets a fresh start. We all start from zero. That's all I gotta say. Y'all have a good one, okay? Life is currency. Be blessed.